Hello there, my name is Makhors and welcome to another BBS mod tutorial video. In this video I want to discuss more advanced topics like form categories, pose presets, anchor property, extra variables, and ElevenLabs integration. So let's start with form categories. Form categories is a special mechanism that allows you to take configured forms and save them for later usage. For example, we could use it later in a model block or in the film editor. Let's edit dinner and configure some pose. I have a earlier copied pose and I'll paste it, but I'll also change, for example, the eyes. So now that I have this silly looking pose, I can save it in a form category. If I go out of the Minecraft or out of the world, this form will disappear. So if I wanted to keep it forever, I have to add a new category, for example, my category. And then all I do is copy it to my category. And now I would be able to use this form in another model block. That's how form categories look like. Besides using form categories, you could also use pose presets mechanism in order to save frequently used poses so you could animate faster by using the poses instead of manually adjusting the same pose again. So here I have Steve model from BBS mod Discord server. So I could make a pose, for example, if I have a zombie and I change the skin, I could save the pose so I could quickly set up a zombie. So I right click here, I call the pose zombie, and then I save it. And then if I make another, for example, form, and I have here Steve, I could just stop the zombie pose again. But what if you have, for example, Steve and Alex? They share the same bone structure. For example, if you could see all of these and all of these are the same. What could you do? For example, if I right click, nothing happens here. So I could make so Alex model would share the same pose presets with Steve. So how it's done is by going to the models folder, go on Alex, create a new file called config.json, edit it, then type in group, pose group, and Steve. Save it, then press F6 again, and reload model. Now, Alex can share the same pose presets as Steve. So yeah, once you have a big library of poses, you can change these poses really quickly, and it would be much easier to animate then. Here we have a scene like this. Steve wants to grab a saxophone and walk away. How can we do this with BBS mod? In BBS mod, we could select the object we want to attach to another actor, go to form properties, and then animate the anchor keyframe. So let's go to the place where Steve wants to grab the saxophone. And so this is the original keyframe that doesn't attach the saxophone to anything. And then let's attach it, the saxophone, to Steve. First pick the first actor because Steve is here in the first seat, basically. And then attach the saxophone to the body because that's where it's supposed to go. Okay, so right now it gets attached, but to the wrong place. In this case, you could use a transform and just move the saxophone so that Steve would be holding it like this. And now Steve grabs the saxophone and walks away. You can also change the, for example, the interpolation so it would look much nicer. And maybe move it by a couple of ticks. So The one more thing we have to fix is the arms swinging. So now Steve, whenever he grabs the saxophone, his arms are swinging when it's not supposed to be. This can be fixed by basically changing the fixed property of both arms in specific places. So let's change it over here, and finally over here and over here. So yeah, now Steve walks away with saxophone. A couple of things to add is you can change the fix to a different number, for example 2.9, if you want to still have a little bit of swing. So if I go into the orbit, as you can see, there is a little bit of swing. So this number 0.9 allows you to add just a little bit of influence of previous animation, i.e. running. So if you just want it to be solid without any swinging, you just change it to 1 and it would have no swinging. Another thing to mention is that with the anchor properties, sometimes rotations could get messed up. For example, if I reposition the saxophone like here, for example, I insert the keyframes and now it's like this. Now it's still fine, but sometimes it gets messed up and you have to just play around with rotation until it appears correctly. So now let's talk about extra variables. So here in the entity keyframes, you can see there are lots of different keyframe channels. But here there is a section of keyframes that doesn't seem to do anything. What do these keyframes do? For example, if I add nothing, absolutely nothing changes over here. So what these keyframes do, they allow you to add extra animation, programmable animation, to Blockbench models. So let's go and add a head animation so I could be able to use the head without having to control the character. So I could walk and then also head bob. So how this can be done? For example, I want sticker X and Y. So I go to models, Steve, and I have here a Blockbench model. Okay, so now I go to animate, and for idle animation, for the head, I add a couple of variables that allow me to control the head. How can this be done? Here I have a page from BBS ModWiki, which has a list of available variables that can be used in Blockbench for animation. Let's take extra 1x, extra 1y, and program so that I could use so I could turn the head without having to use the main controls. This can be done basically by going and copying extra y, because this is the vertical, and multiplying by 90. By 90, why by 90? Because I want to be able to fully rotate like up and down. And then the same thing I would do for the horizontal rotation. And here I would do it by 45 because 90 would be too much, maybe 60 at most. Now I save the model, I export BBS model. So it's Steve.bbs.json, I replace it. And now here in extra 2, I can take and animate the head either manually through keyframes, or I could toggle the control mode, then press 6, and then I can use this control mode for rotation of the head. It looks like, though, the head seems to be going in another direction, so I go back to Blockbench, and I simply subtract, and maybe make it smaller, so that it wouldn't be as sharp animation. So I'd export it, and now I can move the head just like this. For example, if I record myself running around. And I go to the orbit mode, I can see the character walking, but also I could press Ctrl R and then record the animation. Okay, keep in mind then we have to do the same thing for the other animations that you want to have these variables be used. For example, for running, I remove keyframe here, remove keyframe here, and then I paste this keyframe here. I save, export, and Steve BBS.json. Go back to Minecraft. And now I could take and record the extra 2 while running. So yeah, this is the basics. If you know how to do math, you can create some crazy stuff. For example, let's say I have here dinner, and dinner, interestingly enough, he has more animation. So for example, he has in the second mode for stick L, X, and Y, his eyes can be moved. For the right stick, the head can be moved. And for the triggers, his mouth moves. So with these extra variables, you can do a lot of cool things. And finally, BBS mode has integration with ElevenLabs. ElevenLabs is a web app that allows you to turn text into speech. I have here a voice, and I press generate.
Hello, YouTube! Hello, YouTube!
Yeah, so how this works with BBS mode, first you need to grab the API key, then go to Minecraft, go to settings, scroll down, and paste the token. Then we can go to voice line editor and start creating here a voice line, like an audio track. I create a voice line, I then call it, for example, yo dude, I've been enjoying recently Manor Lords. I pick a voice, for example, Normie, and I generate the TTS. Then I create another one, for example, let's say this is gonna be dinner. For real? I heard a good medieval sim. Then generate again. And let's say this is gonna be the entire dialogue. Maybe we'll add also. Yeah, that's a cool game. And I'll pick my course for that. And I can generate the audio.
Yo, dude, I've been enjoying recently Manor Lords.
For real? I heard it's a good medieval sim.
Yeah, that's a cool game.
And you can, if you don't like, you can regenerate. Then extend it.
For real?
Like this. Move it. And then...
Yo, dude, I've been enjoying recently Manor Lords.
For real? I heard it's a good medieval sim.
Yeah, that's a cool game.
So yeah, and then you can just generate the audio, for example, like this. Or you can even create the audio clip directly, like by pressing Ctrl. And...
Yo, dude, I've been enjoying recently Manor Lords.
For real? I heard it's a good medieval sim.
Yeah, that's a cool game.
And that's how it is. Additionally, as you can see, the waveform is just white. You can go back to settings and edit voices, and for example, change for, let's say, it was Normie. Let's say it's orange color. And then dinner is like a greenish like this maybe. And for my cars, I would say it's a light blue. Then once this is changed, you can go back to voice lines, then regenerate, and the colors would change as well. Generate again, and you would see the waveform colored. As you can
Yo,
see,
dude, I've been
you can
enjoying
also,
recently Manor Lords.
For real?
as you can see, the voice lines would have different colors here as well in the replay editor. So you could differentiate when you need to do the head bobbing, like, or other stuff like this. So that's basically it. These are all the cool things I wanted to show you in this video. Keep in mind that BBS mod is still in early access, and you can only access it through donating on Patreon and getting access to the mods there. Also, another cool thing, BBS mod also has a 1.20.1 build, so if you need it, you can also get it there. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye!